All right, now I'm awake. All right, our common collapse, kicking off the show, Invertebrate. It's Monday, July 20th. I hope you had a great weekend. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. If you try calling me on the studio phone, by the way, and I don't answer, it means I'm either busy or I'm just not in the studio. It's not your sign to call relentlessly and then Facebook message me saying, answer the phone! Hope you're doing well. It's like, dude, I'm busy working sometimes. My bad. I'll try my best to answer the phone, but nothing annoys me more than when somebody tries relentlessly calling me. When they try relentlessly calling me, then they try messaging me on Facebook, or even worse, they try calling me via Facebook Messenger. Blocked right away. Right away. Calling me on Facebook Messenger or Snapchat audio. It's like, if you don't have my personal phone number, don't try calling my cell. I'm not trying to sound like a complete jerk to kick off the show here. My apologies, all right? But it was rather annoying. I was just getting relentlessly called, I think, on Friday, as Victor and I were trying to go live on Facebook to give away the Papa Roach meet and greet winners, the packages. By the way, shout out to Erica and Apple, winning those meet and greets with Papa Roach this Thursday, the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater in Pocatello. I'm excited for that. But yeah, it's like, if somebody, if you call somebody, they don't answer, leave a voicemail. Don't call, then text, then try calling another phone number to see if you can get their attention. I promise I'm not ignoring people. It's just that I'm rather busy sometimes doing behind the scenes stuff. And the last thing I want to hear is the whatever noise that Facebook Messenger makes to tell me that someone's calling me. I feel bad for my friend Bryson. It's his birthday today. No, that's not the reason why I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because it is July 20th, and this is the day that Chester Bennington died. And people are so quick to tell him, besides happy birthday, they go, oh, you were born on the day Chester passed away? Chester Bennington passed away on this day. Chris Cornell was born on this day, however many years ago. Let's see here. Yeah, 1964. So he would be what? I'm not doing the math. Forget it. He would be old, that's for sure. My parents were born in 1965. Yeah, he'd be old. He'd be a boomer for sure. Wow, I can't believe he actually is that old. July 20th, 1964. Rest in peace to Chris Cornell. Rest in peace to Chester Bennington. I do feel bad for people born on this day, July 20th. Just say happy birthday to those people. There's no need to be like, happy birthday. By the way, did you know Chester Bennington died on your birthday this many years ago? I did see one of those posts. Now, I think it's acceptable to be like, well, Chris Cornell would be however many this year's old on this day if he were still around. I did see a post like that for Bon Scott. Today would have been his 80th birthday. Do you think Bon Scott would have ideally made it to 80 if he somehow survived what he passed away from? I saw another post that was like, Phyllis Diller would have been 104 on this day if she were still alive. 104? Was it Phyllis Diller? Let's see here. I need to search this. She was born in 1917. She died in 2012 at age 95. I think, wouldn't she have been older than... Yeah, she would have been much older. She would have been 100-something years old if she was still around. Phyllis Diller. That name even sounds old. Phyllis Ada Diller. Phyllis Diller. Some people, I think, are just born old. Here's Sleep Token Emergence on K-Bear 101. I do need to get out of the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group. I'm so tired of all the constant local arguments that happen in there, or the dumb questions that get asked. Did anybody hear that loud boom? How are the roads? Now the latest one. Has anyone been sick from lettuce in restaurants that are local over the weekend? I saw that one. Everyone's talking about the cyclosporiasis, whatever that virus is called. I feel bad for Taylor Farms, not going to lie, because they were blamed as the source for this explosive diarrhea, quote, outbreak, even though there's only 1,000 cases out of 300 million people in the United States. But it's like, it's honestly what everyone's talking about. Every radio show across America is talking about this cyclovirus, thing that's been going around. But they're trying to, the FDA was blaming Taylor Farms, which is the supplier of lettuce for Taco Bell. And then people were so quick to make jokes about Taco Bell causing people explosive diarrhea, which I will say again, after the many times that I've been to Taco Bell, I have never, ever, 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 ever gotten any stomach problems at all. The only time that I've gotten a severe stomach problem from one of the places here in the area has nothing to do with the cyclosporiasis virus, whatever it is. It's back when I went to a high-up grocery stores, a high-end grocery stores salad bar. And I got a bunch of their spinach. And I ate it during my lunch break. However many, it was like 3 years ago. The worst stomach virus I have ever gotten was from that specific salad bar. Taco Bell has never hurt me. It's been a stomach bomb as of late because I've changed my diet drastically. I haven't drinking soda. I haven't eaten any bread, really. I've had Taco Bell every so often to sort of provide a cheat meal, and it's not that. It kind of tastes. No, it tastes great because I haven't had it in forever. But when it gets into my stomach, boy, does it feel like a stomach bomb. But it's not causing diarrhea-like symptoms like what people say online all the time, like, "Oh, Taco Bell messed me up." The FDA apologizing to Taylor Farms for saying they were the direct cause of cyclo whatever. All right, you know what? Let's talk about something uplifting. I saw the Classy 97 Facebook page. They shared this morning that these local dudes in Idaho Falls, they were potentially just bored, and they were like, "Hey, you know what? Let's take the Michelin Man posted outside this specific auto store and just take him around Idaho Falls." And I thought that was rather cool. This giant inflatable Michelin Man. He's about 10 feet tall. Yeah, they back up their Jeep. They just scrunch him in the back of the Jeep. They shut the trunk. I'm watching the video right now. They pull off. They must have had the store's permission to do this. Or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, they're taking him on all these adventures. They take him to what looks to be like McDonald's. They take him to the playground. They pose him in front of the temple right there on the Greenbelt. They pose him up at Maverick. Even the police are like, "What are we doing?" But they pretend to arrest him on the hood of the police car. Seems like a fun time for an inflatable, weird-looking mascot. If you want to see the video, it's up on the Classy 97 Facebook page. It's just Classy 97. There you go. Sublime now until the sun explodes on K-Bear 101. Well, the World Cup is finally over. Spain beat the reigning champion Argentina to win the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I should have said spoiler alert, but that was literally all over the internet yesterday. Spain beat Argentina. Spain pretty much dominated the match from start to finish, but it took one goal in the 106th minute. I like how they say Spain dominated Argentina, but there was one goal in the 106th minute. The victory was also historic because it probably ended the World Cup career of Argentina's Lionel Messi, believed by many to be the greatest soccer player of all time. This week, LeBron James may or may not announce where he's playing next. The guy is such a diva. The delay in this decision is understandably causing scheduling issues for the NBA. The commissioner, Adam Silver, admitted that the league is waiting for LeBron's decision so it can schedule its marquee games, such as opening week and Christmas, around him. And in other news, LeBron James, it seems he's given up his lawn battle with his receding hairline and has shaved his head. Josh on Friday was like, "Did you see LeBron James's bald look?" Josh from Classy 97. He was so excited when he was asking me about that. I'm like, "No, I haven't seen LeBron James' new bald look. I'm sure it looks better than what he had." And then Josh had the nerve to say, "He looks a lot like Shaquille O'Neal." I'm like, that comes off a little wrong there, Josh. Just because he's bald and has a beard doesn't mean they look alike, you know? It's kind of like when those people say, "Oh, I found Peach's doppelganger," and it's just some bald guy with a beard. Anyway, it's been a bumpy time for Caitlin Clark. I do feel bad for her. Since she's returned from injury and started this WNBA season with things even getting political, despite the distractions, Caitlin Clark ended last week with her best game as a pro, becoming the first player in WNBA history with at least 40 points and 10 assists in a game, with a 45-point game on Friday night against the Seattle Storm. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. She is certainly going to be a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Man, I have to give a major
good for you
to those people that are able to withstand this heat. Not only that, but also a giant
good for you
to those people that have functional AC in their homes. I spent the entire weekend just roasting. I meant to talk about this at the beginning part of the show, but I was carrying my fan around, my oscillating fan around my apartment like it was an oxygen tank, like I needed it to live. I plugged it in right by my computer as I was sitting there. And the worst thing to have in your apartment is not only a leather chair, because leather does get hot when it's hot outside, but also when you have this computer that also acts as a heater and it was making the room extra hot. I had to stop playing. After a while, I was like, it's getting too hot in here. I need to go to my bedroom and just take a gaming break. So then I stupidly decided, you know what? I'm going to go for a nice walk around the Greenbelt. It's, quote, late enough, or so I thought. It was like 6 p.m. when I decided to go for my walk. Went all the way to the very end of the Greenbelt and back. I was soaked through my burgundy T-shirt. Just a giant sweat stain. Right there on the front. Walked the Greenbelt, walked back, and I saw people were jet skiing. I saw one old guy was like jet skiing the Snake River. And it didn't look like he was wearing a life jacket, so if this dude fell off, wouldn't he have been sucked to the bottom and potentially died? But what a way to go out. You just died jet skiing, having fun. You fell off, got sucked to the bottom. Then I saw people kayaking the Snake River in this heat. I'm like, are you kidding me? Kayaking the Snake River in this heat, 95 plus degrees outside? The weather not looking good this week. Not only is it going to be hot, but there's thunder and lightning. At least there's going to be some rain, I feel like, right? That's going to help cool me down. It was nice recently when I did my walk around Community Park. Well, I think I talked about this on the show, where they had the sprinklers going in the middle of the day and I wasn't paying attention, and the sprinkler doused me. It felt like I got baptized. I came back to work because I walked on my lunch break. Came back to work all soaked. Wasn't sweat. It was just sprinkler water. I had to play some downswing as a slight tribute to this poor guy or girl. I don't know what gender they are. Maybe it is a guy. Well, I don't know, because his their username is John Carpenter's Thing on Reddit. They posted in the metalcore subreddit, I broke my spine stage diving. The reason why I played downswing is because this particular person went to go see downswing as part of the Word Alive tour, which I think is coming to Salt Lake City. Or did they already come to the area? I should have had the concert calendar pulled up already. Let's go ahead and search the Word Alive. Great band to see live. Saw them open up for Asking Alexandria. Oh, they're not coming. Or it must have just happened. But anyway, yeah, this person, on Saturday, I decided to go see Downswing as part of the Word Alive tour. This is their post. If you were there for their set, you definitely know who I am. LOL, the crowd sucked. No one was crowd surfing, only like 5 people moshing. I get it because the Word Alive seems to be more pop than metal from what I've listened to, but I wanted to see if I could start some stuff. So I had a couple dudes lift me up, make it on stage, put my arm around the vocalist of Downswing for a second, then looked at the crowd, pointed at where I was going to dive, and slowly let myself fall. I didn't even jump or actually dive because I didn't know if the crowd was going to be into it. I just turned to my side and let myself fall. Not a single soul caught me. Crowd parted like I was Moses and they were the Red Sea. Landed full force on my right side on the floor. The funny thing is, while it definitely hurt, I was able to get up. I gave everyone a thumbs up. A security guy came over to ask if I was okay, and I said yeah, because I really didn't feel that bad. My vibes were pretty crushed after that, though, and I had gone there alone, so I left after downswing set. The next day, I was in pretty immense pain, only managed to go to work for about an hour before having someone pick me up and go to the hospital. Lo and behold, long story short, they broke their spine. They fractured 3 vertebrae. Now, could you imagine if I decided I'm going to stage dive? Papa Roach this Thursday was able to jump from the stage all the way to the pit area. It's a bit of a jump, isn't it? Because there's that in-between area where our graphic designer / concert photographer, Maddie Kidd, is going to be. What if I accidentally just land on her? What if I were to attempt it and I didn't jump as far as I needed to? Like, I even got a running start, and I just landed on poor Maddie, who's like 5'3", weighs nothing. She just sees me jump off the stage. I do like a 5 frog splash, whatever that finishing maneuver is called in WWE. I just somehow accidentally land on her tiny little graphic designer and just end her existence. Yeah, I'm never going to stage dive. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I was laughing at this particular post. What group was this again? DJ Posting Place. Somebody by the name of Scott, the admin of the group, decided to ask, is it worth pursuing a career in radio broadcasting in 2026? Tons of people going, no, it's all iHeart's fault, which, I mean, they're right. Run. No, don't do it. As a side hustle, maybe. I mean, if you're looking for a new career outside of broadcasting, you can visit the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com to find local jobs from local companies. This week's Hire East Idaho job of the week is for an autism support caregiver / personal care assistant / nanny. A local family looking for a compassionate, dependable patient caregiver to become an important part of their support team for their amazing 12-year-old son, Declan. Make a difference, build a relationship, change a life, make some money outside of radio. Unlike radio, you can make money doing something else. Apply today at HireEastIdaho.com, where you also find hundreds of other opportunities from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. Doomed from Mafra, K-Bear 101. I've been talking about it a lot as of late, how you won't really catch me out and about most places. I've been sort of in hiding, if that makes sense. I'm not hiding from the law or anything like that. No, I'm just deciding, you know what? I'm going to go to work, go home, go to the gym, occasionally go to the grocery store. I try my best to avoid the store. I get my groceries delivered like a highfalutin jerk to my front door where I barely tip the driver. And I'm like, you know what? I'm too good for Walmart. No, I've just been trying to I've been going through this whole weight loss thing, trying to pop up the other side, just completely changed when I'm ready to do so. But occasionally you'll catch me doing things for work out and about. So this weekend, Saturday, July 25th, I will be at the Wheels for Compassion car show at Shelley Park. The show is going on from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I will only be there from 11 to 1. It's an awesome family event with cars, motorcycles, trucks, vendors, food trucks as well. The Wheels for Compassion car show, hosted by Wackerly Auto Center, supporting the hospice of Eastern Idaho this Saturday, July 25th. I will be there 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. One of my rare outdoor sightings. Come see me. So I was always outshined by my sister. She got the better grades. She's better looking. She is my one and only sibling, and she's much better compared to anyone I've ever known. I think she had nearly a 5.0 GPA, never got a B in her life. She's just that smart. I just said was like she's dead. No, she's doing she's alive and well, all right? She's doing Muay Thai now. She's posting pictures of the giant bruises she's getting from Muay Thai. I'm like, okay, you have fun doing that. But imagine earning a GPA like her. Imagine earning a perfect 4.0 GPA and you're still not a valedictorian because a classmate's GPA was nearly 3 times higher at this Florida high school where this valedictorian, Volobov Bhaskar, I don't know how you say that guy's name, Volobov Bhaskar, graduated with a record-setting 11.99 GPA. How is that even possible? He achieved the score by completing 20 AP classes, 24 dual enrollment college courses, enough to earn an associate degree before finishing high school. The unusual GPA has prompted Hillsborough County Schools to change their grading system. He was so good, they had to change the system. Beginning next year, weighted GPAs will be capped. District leaders say the old system inflated GPAs, created extra work for colleges, may have encouraged students to take on unhealthy academic word loads. Bhaskar heads to Duke University this fall. I mean, good for him. We'll see what he does with his career after college. I'm sure he'll accomplish a lot. 11.99 GPA, my goodness. I just can't imagine working that much. I mean, I took one AP class my senior year of high school. It was AP Environmental Science, APES for short, and I hated it. It was one of the worst classes I've ever taken. Like, the subject matter wasn't fun. The workload was just too much. Environmental science. Like, really, why did I take that? I think I just wanted to have one AP class, and yeah, I ended up totally regretting it. Here's Bad Omens' Spectre on K-Barrel 101. As a profound hater of soccer, I agree with this unpopular opinion here. Soccer in America should be a full contact sport. Let's make it entertaining. If soccer really wants to take off in America, it should stop trying to sell Americans largely the exact same product. Fair or not, soccer still has a reputation here for flopping, exaggerating contact, treating every bump like a major injury. I mean, that's most sports now. Except for, like, hockey, maybe. This person says that image of just, flopping with every ounce of contact, that image just does not resonate with most American sports fans who are more used to tough athletes, not drama queens. I'm definitely not saying turn it into rugby or American football, but just that it should allow some more physical play. Heck yeah, if people are wanting to do it, go for it. Rugby's intense too. It's football without the pads. You get killed out there. I used to have 2 coworkers at In-N-Out. Shout out to Adam and Gibson. 2 of the toughest dudes I have ever met. They both played rugby. I remember I jokingly ran into one of them. It's typical, like, he was the typical meathead. I, at the time, was like, you know what? Let me just playfully pretend to shoulder him into the wall. He didn't move. And he was like, you've got to be kidding me. And he does the same thing back to me. I almost fly through the whole kitchen. Don't mess with rugby players, all right? They're intense. Man, I have to tell you, the Unpopular Opinion subreddit provides a lot of content for this show, at least as of late. There was that post. Did I talk about it on this show, or did I talk about it on the Z103 show? I think I talked about it on both, maybe. I'm not exactly sure, but I've mentioned this, that summer is my least favorite season. We're supposed to like summer. I was just talking about this with my friends on Discord yesterday afternoon, that we were programmed to love summer because it was the only time when we weren't in school. Summer is the hottest part of the year. All the bugs are out. If you don't have AC, you're miserable. If you enjoy 100 degrees, go live in Phoenix, Arizona, where you get that dry heat. I was just on that walk on the Greenbelt yesterday afternoon. It was 6 p.m., and it's the hottest part of the day. 95 degrees. My apartment has no AC. And this person, an unpopular opinion, said the summer is the most miserable time of the year for anyone who isn't in the upper class. It costs too much to run the AC 24/7. You have to drive to work every day in your hot oven car because your garage isn't climate controlled, or you're like me and you just have a covered parking spot. And even if it was climate controlled, it's not like you have one in the first place. Sometimes you have to walk to work. You have to work in these threatening conditions, and it's genuinely miserable for anyone who isn't on a vacation or lives near a good area. I think I spent some time like a hermit below the bridge yesterday on that Greenbelt walk. I just stood there in the shade, right by the water. It was a little bit cooler. I have become one of those adults that just sits in the car whenever I park somewhere to brace myself for the heat outside. It reminds me of the worst vacation I have ever taken. Me and my ex at the time decided to do a weekend in Palm Desert, California. Palm Desert, California. We chose the hottest weekend of the year in August, when it was 120 degrees outside. And it was 9 p.m. We were sitting outside because we were forced to due to COVID. We had to sit outside of the In-N-Out Burger because for some reason, the virus couldn't get us seated outside, but it could get us inside the restaurant. That didn't make sense at all. But we're eating our burgers, and I'm sweating. And I stupidly at the time was like, I can eat spicy food. So I was eating chopped chilies on my double-double. That spice making me sweat, the heat making me sweat. We were in the pool eventually the next day, and it was just boiling hot, 120 degrees. I don't know how anybody can withstand that. It would suck. Absolutely suck. I was watching some kind of documentary on YouTube about America's most desert town where like 50 people live. It's Death Valley, California. It's someplace in Death Valley, California, where it can reach like 120 plus degrees. If you stand outside on the sand for too long, your flip-flops can melt. That sounds fun. No wonder only 50 people live there. Anyway, here's Loathe, because I loathe the summer. Fangs on K-Bear 101. Well, this is a dumb question to talk about. Why not? What due to experience do you know not to mess with? People in the middle of a road rage incident? I've gotten to that part of my life. Should I call it that? I've gotten wise enough to let my friend Eric have his moments whenever we're playing games together. He'll like randomly just yell at the game that we're playing. He'll get very upset, way too into it. It's just a part of him. He's been that way ever since middle school. And I know now not to yell back to him. Sometimes he'll yell at me specifically for not doing this, not doing whatever in a video game. And I'm like, dude, it's just a video game. I won't even say anything. I'll just let him yell. I'm like, all right, you done? Okay, now let's keep going. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, this is stupid. We're literally playing like ore mining simulator. And he's screaming at me that I messed up the pallets. What due to experience do you know not to mess with? Construction sites? I was thinking about doing this, considering it's been so hot as of late. I was thinking of just buying a bunch of cases of water, just driving around in the station vehicle and delivering cases of water to those people working construction, because I can only imagine what that's like in this heat. If you're outside working as a whole, especially construction, stay hydrated. Be extra careful. We appreciate you tuning into K-Bear. If you're listening to us at the job site, food poisoning, the ocean. Again, we're talking about what due to experience do you know not to mess with. My dad's thermostat. I think I messed with somebody's thermostat once. My friend's parents. That's right, I did. It was way too hot in their house, so when they both left the living room, I ran to their thermostat and turned it all the way down. I think I turned it to like 68 degrees. I think my friend got yelled at for that. He took the fall. He's a good friend for sure. Here's Wage War Blindfold on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. Everyone's talking about Jimothy, the viral raccoon. Did I mention that on the show last week? The viral, odd-looking raccoon because he has a spinal deformity. He looks cartoonish. I feel bad for just roasting a raccoon because, it's not his fault whatsoever. It was his parents' fault, or I don't know how he ended up like that, all right? Jeff, come on in here, dude. I called you off the air about a particular band that I was thinking about adding to the concert calendar, and now you're walking in here when I'm talking about Jimothy, the viral raccoon.
Oh, dude, I saw about that guy this morning. Did you look at him?
Yeah, he's funny looking.
He is really funny looking.
Which I feel bad for making fun of a raccoon because, was he bred like that? Like,
there's a whole list of things that could be wrong with him.
People breed dogs, and those dogs end up with short spines, and that's why people are against dog breeding. And that's why they say adopt, don't shop. But who's breeding raccoons like that in the Seattle area?
The raccoon trade might be pretty
We might be discovering
heavy up
something.
there.
Yeah.
There could be a black market for raccoons in Seattle.
We might be in trouble for even talking about this. By the way, speaking of raccoons, are you the one that came up with that Higher East Idaho, Mental Health Monday post?
Of course I am.
Every time I see one of those pop up, dude, I'm like, Jeff had to write this.
Yes, I did.
It's Mental Health Monday, even though we just spent the past couple of minutes making fun of a raccoon.
I wanted people to smile when they saw those.
Sure. You should have posted a picture of Jimothy.
Well, I didn't know about Jimothy when I made that.
He's been viral since last week.
Well, I made that in like November.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Was that long ago?
Yeah.
Jimothy. Wow. Jimothy Christmas, I say to that. But, yeah, we were talking off the air about this particular band by the name of Parachute. And I'm like, are they one of these forgotten, like, bands of the past?
No, they're not. No.
Are they just not relevant to the genre?
They're not relevant to anything.
Oh, are they bad?
I mean, somebody might like them. I'm not sure who that's going to be.
Okay. I see they have 588,000 monthly listeners. Their biggest song is called She Is Love. Let's,
They're a Christian pop rock band.
Oh. Yeah.
I just answered all your questions with that statement.
The intro to this song sounds like what you would hear from the guy carrying the acoustic guitar at the party. Mm-hmm. They're like, get this D-bag out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't add them to the concert calendar.
There's some kumbaya stuff.
They're celebrating 15 years, I believe, of that album, or that's what, 2009 album, Losing Sleep.
They might have been really cool in 2009.
No, that's not that album. Never mind. I'm stupid. It's not 15 years since 2009.
You need to learn how to math a little bit.
I'm sorry. My brain's just fried today. I'll blame my poor math skills on my lack of sleep, I guess. All right. Parachute not getting added to the concert calendar, but the concert calendar does have a ton of shows on it. riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Jeff is going to be in Salt Lake City this Thursday, as a matter of fact, for Story of the Year in Silverstein. And by the looks of the weather, I might join you guys because I really don't want to be in Pocatello if thunder and lightning is happening and all of these people get told to go to their cars and they just take off, It's like if you get told to go to your car and kind of wait till the weather clears,
home.
You're one of those people?
Yeah, I'm not going to stick around.
But also, you're not going to go online and say the show is canceled, right? Because the show wasn't canceled.
No, but I mean, on a great note, that concert that got canceled, people got lots of free tickets for that.
For which one? The Rockzilla show that happened back in 2022? I mean, Slipknot did the same thing where that got delayed because of rain, which I don't know why we have amphitheaters here in this area, but that's besides the point. I just don't understand why people feel the need. Like if you get told to go to your car and just wait there till the weather clears because they don't want people to get struck by lightning.
People were getting told two things at that show, though.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like the Slipknot show.
Yeah.
Hey, don't just take off and then yell online the show is canceled because the show was not canceled. If any one of the bands perform, the show was not canceled.
True.
Papa Roach and Falling in Reverse both performed that night.
They did.
So the show was not canceled. I think DL, formerly of Bad Wolves, was an idiot for going on Instagram and saying like,
we're not playing.
The show's canceled, everybody go home, and
that was the problem. He did that, so people left.
And that's why he's no longer in the band.
But
just kidding. No, he's a part of Falling in Reverse now. He joined that team.
Everybody that left the show everybody that went to the show got tickets to free tickets to two different concerts.
Wow. Oh, that's right, because the Josie Scott and they got to experience the other shows because of that.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. My brain is going full force today.
You might need a nap.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be taking one right as I'm off the show here. I'll take one, and then I'll stupidly stay up till like 1 a.m, and then repeat the cycle tomorrow. I tell you, man, the mosquitoes, whatever the bugs are, whichever bugs they are, have been coming after me this summer. Going back to that break about how summer is the worst season out of all of them. I love when the bugs are just gone. Like, there are people online saying, there's no bugs outside anymore. There's been tons of bugs I've been encountering as of late. Moths have been following me. There was a massive spider that popped up on my ceiling. I feel bad for my upstairs neighbor. It's like this one dude. He kind of looks like Art Garfunkel. this spider was right above my bed. I thought I was about to be bitten, and I was going to turn into Spider-Man. So I quickly got up, grabbed a paper towel, walked over, almost fell over the bed because it was right above the middle of the bed. I almost fell over trying to get this spider because I hit the roof so hard. All my force went up, and nothing was keeping me stood up. And so I fell. Did I fall? No, I didn't. I had to do a replay in my head. No, I almost did, but the bed made a weird noise. It creaked because it moved, because all my weight was going towards it, trying to smush this spider. And now there were spider bits on the ceilings, and I feel bad for my upstairs neighbor because he probably just heard like a loud doom coming up from his floor. He probably thought some hand was coming up. But yeah, every time I've walked the Greenbelt as of late, I've been attacked. At the beginning part of the summer, I did a loop around the Greenbelt with my good friend Crosby. Shout out to him. I got 2 bites close to my left ankle. And these bugs, I don't know what it is, but these bug bites have been like just brutal. And these 2 are finally almost healed. Finally, after a few months. But I don't think it's mosquitoes. But this company has developed an AI-powered micro-drone that can track and destroy flying insects in midair, just like an F-16 in a dogfight. The company recently released video of what it calls its first successful aerial takedown. They probably had a mosquito in a jar, just unscrewed the lid, let it loose, and then watched it get pummeled by this micro drone. Wouldn't that be awesome, just to have an army of micro drones flying around you? And I did that extensive walk around the Greenbelt yesterday. There were a lot of bugs that were landing on me. I looked like a schizophrenic, just like batting at myself, hitting myself, trying to get rid of these bugs off of me. Would have been great to have these micro drones just shoot them out of the air, end their existence. Here's Atreyu, all for you on K-Bear 101. And here we go with yet another Florida man story for today's What the Headline. This dude tried to cheat a court-ordered drug test using a fake bladder device. Where do you get one of those? James Shepard arrested last week after arriving at a court-ordered drug class. Deputies say he drove there on a suspended license, violating the terms of his felony probation. He was also carrying this prosthetic device designed to dispense fake urine during a drug screening. Body camera footage reportedly shows him tossing the device onto the floor of a patrol vehicle while being transported to jail. When confronted, deputies say he denied knowing anything about it. All right, how do you get yourself one of those? I'm not asking for myself. I'm just asking, like, in what market do you buy that from? Fake bladder device. Oh, there it is. Artificial. Oh, can I even say the name of this device on the air? I'm just going to avoid it. Can you buy one of these? BostonScientific.com. He must have a friend who's a doctor or something. How did he get his hands on one of these? Only a Florida man could do something like that. I understand not liking Starbucks. I mean, people have their likes and dislikes. Coffee's expensive. The lines are long. Maybe they spelled your name Brandon, but they spelt it the Utah way, where it's like BRANDOUGHN. But one guy in Indiana allegedly decided the solution was to grab a rifle and shoot a bag of coffee in his backyard as a way to protest. Police say it happened in a residential neighborhood. Now he's facing a felony because investigators say the bullet could have traveled up to 1.5 miles. I just want to know what the goal was. Was the coffee supposed to surrender? Did he think the other coffee beans were going to see it and go, all right, we'll lower the prices? Your neighbor is just firing their gun. You peek over the backyard fence. You just see him shooting a bag of coffee grounds, maniacally laughing. What was the whole point? Grounds for arrest. Okay, I like the headline of that story. Lincoln Park, the emptiness machine on K-Bear 101. Autumn Kings on K-Bear 101. Their latest single, Gone, 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 which I'm sure we'll hear live Thursday at the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. July 23rd. If you haven't bought tickets for that show, definitely do so. We gave away, I believe, all of our pairs of tickets. There were a few people relentlessly trying to hit me up on Friday as I was trying to work about back-to-back tracks from any one of the bands to be caller 20 to win tickets. We gave away our meet and greet packages on Friday. 2 lucky people, Apple and Erica. They get to meet Papa Roach, which is awesome. I don't know what exactly I'll be giving away at the remote after the concert has already happened. I'm going to be at the Wheels for Compassion car show at Shelley Park this Saturday from 11 to 1. The show is going on itself from 10 to 4. I will be there for only 2 hours. I might save a pair of tickets for another concert. Maybe the Theory of a Dead Man and Seven Dust show coming up September 23rd at the Mountain America Center. Maybe I'll give away a pair of tickets to Yellow Wolf and Highly Suspect at the Mountain America Center on October 11th. I'll find out. Victor has all of the tickets because now he's in charge of all the promotions on K-Bear. I'm in charge of all the promotions on Z103. But I'm still doing remotes for K-Bear because I want to at least show up every once in a while, like a Bigfoot sighting. You know, I've talked about it on the show previously how I'm keeping myself keeping myself private, keeping myself out of the public eye for a little while. Haven't really gone anywhere besides work, home, the gym, sometimes the store, and sometimes work events like the show this Thursday and this remote, the Wheels of Compassion car show. Thanks to Wackerly Auto Center for hosting it, supporting the Hospice of Eastern Idaho. It's going on this Saturday at Shelley Park from 10 to 4. Again, I will be there 11 to 1. Come see me. I might be giving away a pair of tickets to one of those shows. I guess you'll have to wait and see. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.